In this lesson, we'll talk about the genesis of Agile and explore the question of what Agile is and how it differs from other approaches. Let's go back to the year 2000. At the time, there was widespread panic about the Y2K millennium bug, the programming practice of using the last 2 digits instead of 4 digits when indicating the year in a date format caused outright panic. Perhaps everything powered by computers would cease to function, including banking and communication systems, power grids, traffic lights. Chaos would ensue. In the lead up to the year 2000, there was months of collective IT operations work going on across every industry that was running any computer system in an effort to mitigate disaster. For many, this work began 2 years earlier and spanned across whole companies. It was anything but a joke. As the clock hit midnight on January the 1st, 2000, things were pretty uneventful. There were some documented malfunctions due to Y2K, but these were relatively few and did not cause widespread problems. In that time, leading up to Y2K, software development was still overwhelmingly reliant on heavyweight development processes, particularly in the enterprise. With predictive documentation, set requirements, sequential, step-by-step, stage-gated development, and fundamental 20th century management assumptions. Industry experts estimated that the time between a validated business need and an actual application in production was about 3 years. In that time frame, requirements, systems, and even entire businesses were likely to change. Projects would get cancelled, and those that did manage to complete rarely met the current needs of the business, even if the original objectives were met. These frustrations around unproductive activities led a number of people to start thinking about software development differently. Thought leaders in the industry were seeking ways to build working software quicker, ways to get rapid feedback on the software's scope and direction, and ultimately to get business benefit faster. Development methods such as extreme programming, Scrum, DSDM, Crystal, feature-driven development, and others began to emerge as a reaction to the heavyweight processes of the time. There was a movement towards a more lightweight way of working, which advocated adaptability, transparency, and sustainability. And so, on February the 11th, 2001, at Snowbird Ski Resort in the Rocky Mountains of Utah in the United States, 17 people representing these lightweight approaches met to discuss how perhaps they could work together to make a bigger impact in changing the way software was built than they could do by working alone. What emerged from this meeting and the conversations that followed was symbolic. They agreed on 3 things. Number 1, a set of shared values. Secondly, a set of principles that were common to all of their approaches. And importantly, number 3, they agreed they would define their holistic approach, Agile. From 2001 on, all development frameworks that aligned with these values and principles would become known as Agile techniques or practices. In our context, the word Agile applies to the iterative development philosophy that they came up with in Snowbird, Utah. A philosophy that values human communication and feedback, adapting to change, and producing working results. But what's the dictionary definition of Agile? The word Agile comes from the Latin agere, meaning to keep in movement or set in motion, and from the related adjective Agilicist, meaning quick and nimble. So Agile can be defined as being able to move quickly and easily, and being able to think and understand quickly. Who doesn't want to be like this? For us, Agile is about getting stuff done. And more than that, it's about getting the right stuff done. Everyone wants to be Agile, because the opposite of Agile is this guy. And nobody wants to be like that.